Hello, my name is Dawn Brunke. I'm going to be reading chapter 2 from my book, Talks with Bob, A True Story of Love, Death, and Life in the Afterlife. And this is from book 2, subtitled Beyond Grief. So this is a super short chapter. It's called Family Trance. And I was going to skip it because not much happens, but when I reread it, I thought, you know what? There's a lot of depth here. And I think this is something that most all of us can relate to, especially as adults or older adults. There is a sort of family trance that happens when we go back to our family of origin and certain beliefs and ways of thinking, certain paradigms. Uh, yeah, this is a chapter in which not much happens, but a lot on the lower or beneath the surface levels happen. So I want to read it to you. And here we go. Chapter 2, Family Trance. My father, my sister Wendy, and nephew Franz arrived from Wisconsin late last night. Aliesk and I drove to Anchorage to get them, an hour each way, and by the time we returned home, we were exhausted. Hungry from travel, we made them eggs and rice, ate moose stew and leftovers, all of us bleary-eyed and smiling at the kitchen table. Once again, when I finally get to bed, I can't sleep. I begin to wish I hadn't eaten so late. Why did I eat if I wasn't hungry? Family trance, Bob says gently. Family trance. I get up and walk slowly, thoughtfully through the darkened living room. It's a strange action, though when I return to bed, something has lightened. When I get up, Dad is already sitting at the kitchen table, patiently waiting for his morning cup of coffee. Wendy wanders in, and the three of us chat at the tile table Bob and I made when we first arrived in Alaska. My sister remarks that I seem better now, surprisingly better, and I tell her it's because I'm talking with Bob. I begin to tell them stories. How only 3 days after he died, I heard him whisper, "I'm in your heart," as I walked around a lake. I tell them how he went on his long anticipated hunt in a realm that blended the spirit and physical worlds, of how he showed up as a cat, a squirrel, and birds in the sky. I share the story of how we met his many selves, both while hunting and later in his cave of the subconscious. I don't know if they believe me or not, and I'm surprised I'm telling them these stories, but their eyes are soft, their hearts welcoming. For a moment, something old loosens, a deep silence that's lived between us for years. I smile as tears come into my eyes. I tell them that these events, these talks have helped me so much, that Bob and I are still growing and evolving together. You need to be with your family, he tells me when we talk later in the day. We can talk anytime. Be with them, share with them. You're helping to make me more visible, more seen by others. You're opening the door by talking about this, helping your sister and my sisters to be more open so I can contact them more easily if they want. This is part of our work together to help people open up, to remember the pathway between spirit and physical, and to walk it themselves if they want to, when they are ready. Let's keep it short. You're opening up the family trance, helping to lighten it for yourself. And by doing that, you help others lighten it too. More to come, my love. Family trance, I think again. What is that strange emotional entanglement that all families seem to have? The patterns of unconscious behavior that pop up from the damp underground of our collective being. The roots reaching back to our parents' parents and beyond. An ancestral lineage that extends to the far distant past. 3 days to observe, he says. 3 days to keep watch. Know I'm with you and with our families. This is a time of opening for all of us. I'm in your heart, baby. I'm in your heart. I love you and everyone there. Okay. part of me would like to explain, but I'm not going to. I think this is one of those chapters that you just let sink in. And maybe it speaks to you and maybe it doesn't. And either way, that's great. Okay, thanks for listening. The links to the both books are in the description, a link to our channel, a link to my website, and the next chapter coming up is quite long, so this is kind of a balancing chapter. All right, thank you for listening. Take care.